Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello Taurus, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the for watching my videos, as well as subscribing to my videos, and leaving a thumbs up or a like. Actually, I don't know where I'm going, so there may be a little bit of dithering around at the moment around you with, and it's like, so it's, oh wow, some of you are feeling, oh my gosh, this is like really interesting, this energy. It's like there's a little bit of, we're in a new moon energy, so I'm just like at the moment, and it's like there's a crossing over with some of you, and a crossing over in the sense of being here but then being there. And there are some things that's like, you may have, some of you may have 2 or 3 things, on the run or something like that. I'm just like, oh, I just want to sit down and like empty my brain out, or empty my head out, empty my energy out. And so I'm just going to bring in some of this, what do they call it? Saint Germain came to me this morning, and I was actually watching something else and saw something else come up, and I thought, oh, great. Wonderful. I really needed to, that was really lovely energy and lovely to see, and it reminded me of something. And then of course as I was reading it, I thought, okay, I really needed to, I obviously needed to see that and read this. And it's funny how things pop up, and just when you're thinking about something or you're doing something, it was like, what's next or what's coming up. And this, anyway, I saw this picture, and it was it was about Saint Germain and the violet flame anyway. So I'm just bringing in the energy around me, around us, around this the cards, and calling in Saint Germain. And because here's the purple flame, or the violet flame people call it, and it's just this amazing energy. I don't know a lot about it, the violet flame, but it's a very healing energy at the moment. And I do know a little bit about it, but it's not even just coming to me now. So obviously I'm not meant to talk about that right now, because Spirit, so you do know a lot about it. So there may be something about you maybe like doing that same sort of thing, and saying, oh, I don't know much about that, but actually you do. So they're talking about tuning into Spirit, because I feel like sometimes you may be you're maybe not allowing yourself to listen to your intuition, or super connect in with in with your intuition. So, and maybe there are times, because Spirit had given me, for some of you that are listening to this, you may have got this information, you think, where the hell did that come from? I don't even know anything from a bar of soap about that, or very little about it, yet you've come, that's like you've come up with all this information and this knowledge, and it's like, wow. So what I'm hearing is, don't discredit it. So somebody or someone is around you, like a guide who knows a lot about it, is there with you and is telling you this. Okay, so it's a little bit like, I suppose, channeling. Yeah, channeling is with, same sort of thing as that. But there'll be someone, and it's much like when, I will share a story with you with my uncle. Like, often I don't, like, I lined the garage shed with, shed, and I put some, jib board up and things like that, and also some, bats in it as well, some insulation and things like that. And I did it by myself, and my family thought, who did that? Did you do that? And I'm thinking, yes, I did that. How did you know to do that? And it's like, wow, Uncle Jim is a builder. And and then remind memories of what I saw my mum and my dad doing and my uncle doing and building. And it's like, so, well, so, and so there's not just there's those types of things that come up, but also other information as well. So just an example in a roundabout way. So anyway, back to my intro. So anyhow, so my energy shifted now that I've talked about that. So, and then it's like your energy will shift. So it's like just stopping, grounding, stilling yourself as well, is what I'm hearing. A lot of you may need, because it's there's a lot going on for a lot of you. The energy was quite very interesting. So, like I say, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done that yet, then I'm inviting you to do that now, or at the end of the video, or whenever you leave, stop playing the video. So the other thing is, just a reminder that these reads may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If they don't, or if it doesn't fully, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What doesn't may not necessarily not totally resonate with you, because it may be something that's coming up in the future. Okay, it could be near, like, because this is for this read is from the 18th to the 31st of January 2021. So today is Wednesday the 13th of January 2021, and it is a new moon, right in the smack bang a new moon. So it would have been, today it's like 6 o'clock, it would have been at its peak. So so just taking that into account when with these cards, it's not, when you do watch this video, it may not actually be on the new moon. So, but the energy is around, so will likely be still around. So the other thing is, this is for Taurus, and Taurus may be yours in your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign for you. So if you don't know what your other signs are, then check out what in the description box below, and there is a link to a website that will take you to a free calculator, and it will work it out for you for free. Okay, so what else is up? Also, I do have some development sort of courses coming up for people who are new to this, and people who are newer, like who are have been going to circles and things like that for a little while, and maybe looking at venturing into doing readings, or are doing readings and wanting a little bit more foundation work, and a little bit is that way. So that's where the 5-month course is. The beginners one, or the development ones, is more for people who are wandering, and or just just starting to beginning or newish to it, and wanting to take it a little bit further. So in that sense, for the 2-day one as well. So it'll be good to do the 2-day one to see where you gauge and to gauge whether you and it will give me a gauge whether the 5-month one will be suitable for you as well. Anyway, so I'm just getting into the reading now. Where we're going with the moon card. So adjustments are required. So this is interesting, because in the beginning there it felt like there were things that were not quite sitting right or settling. There was maybe so there's maybe some adjustments are required. Okay, so in this one, this is a 3rd quarter moon, so there's something about moving, releasing, moving, going into shifting things in order to bring in about the new. Okay, so they're talking about adjusting things in there. So there is interesting too. So nothing is yet set in stone. Is in the mutable moon. So I'm not sure where they're going with that one yet. So we'll see what comes up in these cards here. So I'm using the Rider-Waite original deck here, and I'll just give that a bit of a shuffle there. This way. These cards are quite stiff. I shuffled them the other way before, but it's like they're still a bit stiff. I'll just do it this way. See what comes up. So we'll do a mind, body, spirit one, soul spread for the next couple of weeks. So we'll do 2 rows of that and see what comes up for you in those 2 weeks. Okay, let me see. What have we got for Taurus for between the 18th and the 31st of January 2021? Oh, that one didn't really want to come out. That one did. So we'll just start off with these 2. So strength. Okay, so the strength is in reverse, and we have the Ace of Swords. Strength in the mind is there, and then Ace of Swords was interesting in the physical. So we'll see what comes up next and see what the story unfolds for you, Taurus. What is in the soul energy for Taurus, 18th to the 31st of January 2021. What have you got for them? What do they need to know? What would be helpful for them to know? Oops, as we're going through the star. I don't always shuffle this way and doing it that way, but I'm going to this way. It's been more drawn to. So there's something about moving as I'm doing this, like something is moving, like adjusting. So just like that card said, it's like adjusting your energy. So you may feel like actually in the next day or so, you know, from hearing this or in this reading, your energy will probably adjust a bit, and you'll think, oh, what the heck is happening here? That's the second time that card's come out in reverse. So cool. And the Sun. See if that comes out in reverse again. Okay. Let me see what's there. The Knight of Swords. Let's see what else comes out in here. So starting with the Strength, that's come in reverse, okay? Oh, well, that's a bit too many in there. So I shall leave that. So I feel like I'm just going to leave those there. We'll shuffle the last one in a minute. So the Strength card has come out. It's come out in reverse. So there may be something in the mind area. So this is about maybe what I'm hearing is feeling is that some of you are maybe like getting some things in order. Okay, this is probably about, you know, like somewhere I'm being drawn to this card. Adjustments are required. So about adjusting your regime or adjusting your you know, your adjustment. I'm hearing organizing or reorganizing, readjusting your routine, and as to how you normally how things normally roll, say like in your household, as far as like getting up in the morning, blah blah blah. I feel like there's something about adjusting your routine in there as well for some of you. This one here is also, nothing is set in stone as well with this one. So something about with the mind is there is thinking about what you're thinking about is like there's nothing set in stone. So maybe someone around you or you maybe like feeling a little bit you know, like stuck in the sense of the way that you're thinking about things. It's like whoever it is, and I feel like for some of you, because I'm turning that around, I don't actually feel like for a lot of you that it is you. I feel like for some of you that will be maybe there's something stuck in your mind or stuck in your ways or doing something like that. And then others of you I'm hearing maybe stuck, it may be somebody else who's stuck in their ways, is stuck in their mind and the way that they're thinking about things, and it's making it really tough for you. So, but I'm going to turn it around because it is the Strength card. So it's like, God, give me strength is what I'm hearing. So there's bringing a little bit of, you know, it's because what I'm hearing is like there's that saying, you know, like of you know how Jesus said to God, you know, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. So there's that sort of energy in there. So once you start to shift that energy within you, it's like, yeah, okay, and it's not an excuse, but it's an explanation. Okay, so it's not like so it's just what I'm hearing Spirit is talking about is just like it will just start to turn things around for you, so you're not getting all heckled up inside with yourself and or if it's somebody else. So this is the Strength card, and I feel like too the other thing is like it's like, you know, it's going into the lion's mouth, or the lion's den is hearing what I'm hearing. It's like, look at how she like is quite easily able to open that lion's mouth up and look within it and not actually stick your hand in it at the moment, but the fact that she's that close to the lion is like that says something, and to be able to do that. So what I'm hearing is like going into, you know, with something a little bit gentler, and you may have to like shift in the way that the way that you're thinking and how you're dealing with this person or persons, and or with yourself. Okay, because in the physical card here is like there is the Ace of Swords. So whatever, there's a new beginning in the way that you're thinking, which means that you're going to be able to move differently, okay, in the way that you communicate, because the Swords is about communication, and it's about making decisions, but it is also about asserting your power with this card as well, with the Strength card, but also with the, you know, with the Swords. So in some way you must have made a decision or making a decision in the way that you're wanting things to move, in the way that you are communicating. So that is about communicating your thoughts and ideas, and using those words to help you create the action that you're wanting to take, okay? In the sense it's like taking action. So this is about, like I said, this is about you thinking differently. It's like cutting through some, you know, some old patterns and ways of, you know, being or believing and thinking. Because the star here in the spiritual side of things is like, this is about hope and inspiration, okay? She brings this, and she brings about this, because I'm hearing like it's a little bit like temperance what I'm hearing, even though this isn't the temperance card. It's like sharing, it's like, you know, transferring energy I'm hearing as well, which is really interesting, because she's not necessarily really like about that, but I'm just hearing like how she's pouring water, you know, back into the onto the earth, and it's running back into that pool, but she's also got water going into the pool as well. But there's a sense of, you know, the nakedness for me too is a sense of vulnerability, a sense of newness, a sense of, when I hear the vulnerability, it's allowing yourself to learn new things, because it's a birthday suit. It's interesting. Wow. I've not really said about that. So some of you will understand that. Some of you will be going, what planet are you on, Lesley? But that's what I've got for that one. But there's, as well as what I have got before, but there's something in the way that, you know, you're moving in a way, in a different way, in a new way of thinking and being, and cut through, because you've cut through some drama as well, your own drama that runs around in your head, as well as other people's drama, that, and some of them that, you know, have an influence that thought, okay, or thoughts, but in the way that you, so some of these may be, and this may be to do with a business with that, because you're going to whatever, a business or a new job or a career or even study, but it could be also a relationship as well, where you're having to, you know, learn new things as well. So it means you're going to have to chuck some stuff out that you know, and so you can relearn, or just park it aside so you can add to what you've already learned. And then we have here the interesting, the Four of Wands. So this is about this is about celebrations, so on a soul level. So there's something there where you, on a soul level, like, you know, you're heading toward this direction. So this is a form of celebration, a form of, this looks like some celebrating something, but some sort of achievement. And it's like, whatever you're doing now, it's like what I'm hearing is just keep going, you know, keep going, because you're learning new things. It's like there's a sense of achievement, because it may be like whatever, and within the business, within the career, the job or something, or maybe you've applied for a job and you get it, or you get, and it may be not so much that you get it for some of you, but maybe you get an interview. But I feel for some of you, is whatever it is you're getting, it may be some funding for study, maybe a loan, whatever this is. It's like getting out of your head about, you know, purchasing a home. Maybe you've thought that you'd never ever get one, but it's like, here you go. You just never know, and something has worked out in a way that you can. So there's some sense of achievement. Some of you, I do feel like this is around a business of some sort in some way, where you're building on, and there's a markers there that there's a sense of achievement. So maybe your sales go up a bit, or maybe there is somebody comes in, I'm hearing, that is, you know, helpful to help you, like with the marketing and selling of things. It could also be somebody, you know, something that yeah, I'm not sure there. There's something good that comes out. It's a sense, it's just, I feel like somebody notices it as well, or people are noticing it. So it's just taking time, you know. It's just like with the work that I do, and with the work that you do, or with, you know, and that sort of thing. So going into here, so the Devil card is in reverse. Okay, so this is, for me, like, this is, you know, you've worked through something. So if it was the other way up, you know, there's something there that would talk to me about, if it was the right way up, there is something about like addictions or limiting belief patterns and thoughts and things like that hold us back often, you know, breaking free of them. But this is in reverse, so I feel, and it's in the mind. So whatever you've done, because we've turned that one up and around the right way, but I'm going to leave the Devil one there. but whatever you've done there, it's like you've broken through that. So if I turn that back way, that's like upside down, it's like you've broken through whatever it is, that strength cutter that stopped you, or has been, you know, that overthinking, you know, of getting through whatever it is that you are needing or wanting to get through, which is interesting. So it's like you've moved forward, because this is like in a way the clarifier for that one, which is pretty cool how they fall out. So then we have with the Ace of Swords running in line with that one underneath it, even in the, so the Queen of Swords and the Sun is in reverse. So, but I want to turn them around, because the Queen of Swords is in her power. She's in her, she makes decisions, she's asserting her power, because she's been making some decisions and she's been communicating her thoughts and ideas and getting them on the roll. The Sun here is about, you know, looking forward into the future. There's a bright new future there, there's lots of, you know, energy. But there's something about whatever it is there, some of you, there may be some of those thoughts that get in here. So because the Queen is on top of her, you know, she's got the, you know, she's on top of everything, in the sense like she's not into drama. She's not got, you know, she's moved past all the other stuff in the head stuff, and allowing herself to move forward into the future with, you know, with joy and optimism, and following, it's like, because I'm noticing the sun, you know, the sunflowers there, so, and following her path, following the journey. So, and because the sunflowers, as most of you will know, they, you know, when they're up, they in the morning, you know, at night they will go to sleep too, so they'd like their head bows or drops forward, and then in the morning their beautiful face lifts, and then it follows the sun around that cycle. So there's a cycle to something. And I'm going to turn this around, because I do feel like it may be where you have been in the past, but there's something I feel like I want to turn them up the right way, where you may be, by the time you get to this reading, because like I say, I've done this on the new moon, that this will be up the right way, okay? Your energy will have changed, okay, which is really interesting. And there's more optimism there, because you've got this one here is the thing that gets you going. Like, you've got this sense of achievement. Something happens, something comes up where it's like, yes, you know, there is something working. We've just got to keep going, or whatever, and keep moving, and keep, you know, putting yourself out there and things like that. Because then we have the Knight of Swords after that one on the spiritual level, because the Knight of Swords comes in, and he comes in quite fast with a lot of energy. Not always great energy, because the way that he comes in can mean, you know, can bring a lot of energy, in the sense of, could be a lot of, that could be just give you that feeling of disruption, or feeling overwhelmed. So, but he brings news, or he brings communication, ideas and thoughts quite quickly, where you may have to like step into make some decisions reasonably quickly, and assert your power in your energy, but also commute quite differently as well. So you may find your communication, the way that you communicate, shifts quite quickly, or you're having to like shift quite quickly, because you're dealing with different types of people. Interesting. But that's on that spiritual level there. So there's the star, and the star above it, you know, that's about hope and inspiration, and keep going, you know, as far as this, whatever so he could be bringing that, because he's underneath there. There's something moving quite quickly anyway. Okay. And then we have, then we have the Nine of Pentacles. This card came out before, the Nine of Pentacles as well. So it's like, there's some sort of like, this is you. You know, the Pentacles, it's the only one that's come through quite clearly, is the Pentacle, Nine of Pentacles. So there's something that's coming to an end, in the sense that, you know, there's, I'm hearing like less struggle again. It's like you're seeing and you're reaping the rewards of the work that you've put into, and into the projects, and the job or the work, or even like the family. As things are starting to, like, you're starting to see how things can come together more, or are coming together more, depending on who you are. So it's because the Pentacles is not only about that foundation and stability financially and materially wise, and accumulating or building that, and prosperity and that. So it's also about the family too, or family, and that sort of, and that grounding in that as well, which is a lot in the earth here. So I feel like this is you. So whether you're a male or a female energy, that something is working, is coming. So it's like it's working in your favor. So keep whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, keep doing it, because whatever you're working on, it's like obviously working. Because I'm seeing like there's like there's money, families starting to come together. That there is a struggle that's starting, that you've been through, is starting to show signs of, really of prosperity, basically. Okay, wow, cool. Anyway, I'm just going to pull a card here, one more card out of this one, and we'll see how we go, see what comes out to finish off anxiety. Okay, so there's something new with that. One, and it's number 18 in the deck. One is about a new beginning, and 2 and 8 is about, that infinity sign. So realizing that everything that we are, whatever we create, so is in, there's that loop there. So what are they talking about here? Okay. So, there's that cycle. There is a cycle, which is what I'm hearing there. There's a cycle that goes around. So, we can go back, and we are the infinite being. So whatever we want to create, that it is it. And knowing that we are infinite. And also whatever we choose, there's also infinite ideas, energy out there to help us to utilize whatever it is that we're wanting to do, be given, have in our lives, but also who we want to do, be given, have things in our life with, and that as, and that, all that sort of thing. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm lost for words now, which is not like me. Anyway, so it's obviously time to wind it up. Okay. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope this makes sense to you. Please let me know. Either way. I leave you, or we leave you, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure, and also prosperity and abundance. Where are we going? Yeah. And also prosperity and abundance. It seems to be, I want to repeat that piece. Okay, anyway, God bless you, God protect you, and we'll see you in a fortnight. Bye for now.